Hi guys! I'm hoping technology works well for me today and I stay 100% live. This morning I tried to do a live and I had to cut it really short because my connection kept dipping out. So I'm hoping today will be absolutely fine and we're going to stay live all the way through. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Charlie from Darlow Hair and Bridal. I've been doing bridal hair for quite a while now. And it sees me go all across the country doing various different beautiful venues most of the year. Generally the year starts January to December, like we all know it, and some years we found that the wedding kind of period is more in the summer, but actually for me it generally starts in January and ends in December. So my last wedding last year was the 27th of December. And my first wedding back was the 7th of January. So not a massive amount of rest time, should I say, between weddings. This year, obviously, it's a little bit different now, but it is what it is, and we've just got to make the best of it. And I think all of us suppliers are working really, really well with our postponed weddings and weddings that are yet to come, all with a positive smile on our face and all pushing forwards, which is the way we need to go. So today I thought what I would show you is a 1940s VE Day styled hairdo. I love the 1940s. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think the clothes they wore were awesome. Their makeup was perfect. Their hair was awesome. They were just so classy, whether they were wearing dungarees or their little pencil skirts. They absolutely rocked the 40s. And I love it. I'm really, really lucky. A group of my family really kind of embraced the 40s. My dad goes to all the 40s events with all of his bits and pieces, and it's just brilliant. I love the 40s. So it seemed like the perfect day to do a live and the perfect day to kind of show you some of the things you can do at home to make yourself a nice 1940s hairdo, and just some of the techniques that we might use as hairdressers. Some of which are really, really easy. I'm not going to do anything that you guys couldn't do yourselves. I know there's nothing worse than a hairdresser doing this amazing thing or blow drying your hair beautifully and then you going home and thinking, well, I can't do it myself. It's rubbish, and I really like my clients to be able to recreate things themselves. That's the idea. That's the reason they come to me. When it comes to bridal hair, obviously it's slightly different. There's different techniques involved. And it's something I really, really enjoy. I'm really passionate about the bridal side of my business. And I find it really interesting because you meet so many different people from various different walks of life who all want various different things. And I can't say that there's anything in particular I absolutely love. I think one of my favourite things is hair up. I love a hair updo, and I love it when someone comes at me with something completely different. So 2 years ago I had an occasion where it was like a themed occasion, the Gatsby's. So that was a great era. It was like the 20s. It was brilliant to be able to be creative and do something completely different. And then on the flip side, you know, weddings are different too. So sometimes you have the more rustic themes, sometimes you have the more classy themes. Everybody's so different. So I can make a hairstyle suit that day, that theme, and it's just brilliant. I love it. So instead of listening to me chatter on about I don't know what, let's start doing hair and let's start kind of showing you what you guys can do. So if anybody does watch and you have any questions, whether you're watching it on replay or live, just pop them in the comments and I'll either answer them later on if it's on replay, or I'll answer them as we go, and hopefully you can kind of follow along and manage to get some kind of hairstyle. You don't need too much. I wanted to do this with limited kind of things, just so it's the things that you'd have at home. So I've got some bobby pins here, and then I've got a back comb brush or a pintail comb. Either or, it doesn't matter. And if you haven't got one of these, you can get them really, really, really cheap, either online or actually in Primark as well. Primark sell these for about £1, I think, so they're not expensive. Or you can just have a tail comb. This one needs to go in the bin because it's got a tooth missing, but it's okay. I keep this one because I'm using it on a doll's head, so there's no reason for me to have to get rid of it because I use it on her. I don't use it on anybody else, so it's all good. So this is me for anybody. It's back to front, but if you see this logo here, it's usually me. So check me out on social media. I have got a website as well. And I'll pop it in the comments afterwards so you can kind of find me and look through my pictures and see what's going on. So let's turn you around now to the dolly. This is Sally, and Sally's had her hair curled, but not much else. So I'm just going to show you how to create rolls and a nice 1940s look. I've not done anything else to it. I've just had it curled in rollers, which has given her lots of height. You can see here she's got lots of height and she's got pretty curls at the end. So what I'm going to do is just take a nice big section around here, and you can see that she's got a side parting, and that's the kind of parting I want her to have because the rolls are generally quite big over this section. So she's going to have a parting here, and she's going to have a nice big victory roll. Now these dollies' heads are 100% human hair, but it's not hair like I know. It's not like a full head of human hair. It's not soft, and it's a bit of a pain. You get lots of flyaways you'll see around the hairline here. And on a normal human head, we can easily get rid of these. But on these girls, it's a little bit trickier. So I've backcombed a little bit here. And what I'm going to do is just use my brush and just lightly go over the top. Not too harsh, just lightly go over the top. Not taking out all of that backcombing. And you'll see that it will sit on its own. If you've got quite a lot of hold there, it should just sit up on its own. And then what we're going to do is use this curl here and use our fingers to hold this curl in place and wrap it back on itself. Just like that. And with our finger, hold it there, get a bobby pin and just slide that pin into place to hold it. Now if there's a few strays, don't worry too much, just use your little bit of hairspray and spray them strays into place. It's a little bit of a pain trying to get these little ones off her face because like I say, she's a doll's head and they're a little bit trickier to deal with, but we'll leave them as they are. On a human head of hair, they'd be gone. Alright, I'm going to come around this side now. And just back comb this one. She's going to have two rolls. So just lightly back comb it. This one's going to be a slightly smaller roll. And the same again, we use that curl just to wrap it up. And then using a pin, just pin it into place. So run that pin across the scalp and pin it into place. Nice and easy. So two big rolls there. And then with the sides we do something slightly different. So let me just get some pins ready. Okay. So what we do at the sides is take it from around there to the top of the ear, and this hair at the back we just want out of the way. So let's just move it out the way, grip it into place. We don't need it, we don't want it. And what the girls used to do was have the hair out of their face. You won't very often see it just kind of dangling on their face. They like to have their hair up, and they used headscarves quite a bit. I haven't got any on me today, or none in theme I should say. And what we do is just back comb it backwards slightly, because what we're going to do is bring it up. So we're just going to create a little bit of back combing just here. It looks quite rough, but don't worry because we're not going to see it. We're just going to use the other part of our brush to gently pull that backwards. Use a little bit of spray. Smooth it in. And what we will do, if I just bring her down a little bit, is bring it back towards the middle of the head and just gently push back on it, almost like a quiff. And then we're just going to pin it into place. And we're going to do the same on the other side. But you'll see it's given us lots of height, but it's off her face. And it just blends in the victory roll as well. So it all blends really nicely. Let's turn her around, and we're going to do the same on this side. We don't need any of this hair here, it's all in the way really, so we're just going to pin it out the way and concentrate on this little bit of hair here. So we'll just back comb it and then smooth it slightly and use a little bit of hairspray just to smooth it backwards. And then bring it around the back of the head, push it back on itself slightly and pin into place. So if I just show you from the front what she looks like. She's got her 2 rolls here and it comes right off the face, right into the middle and back of the head. And sometimes then the girls would have left their hair down, let me take these clips out, with their nice big barrel curls. And that would be more of a half up, half down do. A lot of what the singers used to wear, the very glamorous girls used to have big bouncy curls and the top and the little bit higher. Now you could do big rolls, but I'm actually going to show you pin curls because they're much easier, they're less fiddly, and anybody could do them really. So if you have a nice curl like this, all you do is use that curl and fold it back in towards the head on itself. So if you can see that, you just get that little tail and then just pop it towards the scalp and pop a little pin in it. So you've got like a nice kind of curl there. Just pick up sections as and where. You can see that's got a nice curl. And you're just going to curl it in on itself, pull it where you want it and just pop a pin. You don't need to be too rough, the curls do the job for you really, so it's not too difficult. You're just using the curl to pin up. So you can see the curls already there, all I'm doing is folding it back towards the head. Nothing tricky. Nothing too intense. If you've already got curls in your hair, you should find this relatively easy. So fold them curls back in, and if your hair isn't already curly, then just use the technique where you roll it in your fingers. So you can hold it with 2 fingers here, 2 fingers here, and then just roll it on itself and roll it towards the head. A bit like you're rolling up a ball of yarn. I'll show you that again. So all you do is use your fingers and roll the hair in on itself. And then use your little bobby pins or hair pins or whatever you call them. Everyone calls them something completely different, I think. And just pin into place. Nice and easy. I love doing tutorials for people that are nice and easy, that, you know, the everyday person could do. Yes, I'm a hairdresser and yes, I've got lots of techniques under my belt, but you know, if you guys just want to learn something, we can make things really as easy or as hard as they need to be. But I love it when people can actually learn something. I think hair can be a bit of an art. Some people really struggle with hair, but actually once you start breaking it down and making it as easy as you can, you find people can do a lot more. So was it 2 weeks ago now? I taught quite a lot of people how to French plait and Dutch braid. A lot of people say that they can't do either. Never French plait, or I can't Dutch braid, or just really, really struggle. And actually once I broke it down into 3 simple steps, the amount of messages and reviews I got on it was insane. It was the best kind of video I've ever done, really. It got the most kind of interaction and shared quite a bit. So if anybody wants to learn how to French plait or Dutch braid, head over to the page because the videos are there. They're only going to be there until the end of lockdown, and then I'm going to remove them. And I'm going to remove them because I'm going to have them professionally done. me doing them at home in lockdown isn't the same as having them done professionally and edited professionally. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'd love to be able to teach a bit more. And before all of this happened, towards the end of last year, I did a few workshops on learning how to curl hair. So it was curling with straighteners, with heated rollers, tongs, wands, chopsticks. There was quite a few things that I took to it, and a lot of people were able to learn how to curl their hair, and hopefully we'll be doing a few more of them when lockdown is over and when we can safely do so. I'm really looking forward to that. So here we go. Her hair is completely wound up now, and you can see lots of curls there, and you can see the effort that took. It wasn't a lot, it wasn't difficult, it didn't take long, just a little bit of hairspray. And she's good to go. She is ready for the do. Let me spin her around quickly. So 1940s inspired do here on good old Sally. Now if she did have a headscarf, she could still pop that headscarf on. It would come around the back here and generally sit at the top. Around the back here and sit at the top. That's where they generally sat. But I think she looks boot. Absolutely beautiful. So there she is. There's no questions as yet. But if anybody has got questions, please feel free to give me a shout. While I think about it, I have got another top tip I can show you. So let me just pop her down and bring this one in. I'm just going to go get a prop, so bear with me 2 seconds. So if anybody suffers with flyaway hairs when they put their hair up, I'm going to show you a little trick. So let me just take her hair out here a second. So let me bring her close so you can see. You'll see these little flyaways. I'm going to work on this little section here. So everybody gets little flyaways here, or on the parting. It goes without saying. I think I've probably got some. If you look at my hair, I've got lots of little flyaways. I've been sat in the garden. Flyaways happen. Some people cannot bear them, and some people try and stick them down as best they can. Now my top tip for this is a mascara brush. So not the mascara that you use on your eyes, but you can get plain untouched ones from, let me think, I think Primark do them. You can get like a pack of 10 for like £1 or something. So they're just a basic mascara brush. And all you need to do is spray it with hairspray. Make sure you roll it in between your fingers so it's getting coated all the way through. And then you just run the mascara brush over the flyaways and they will stick down. So instead of you using hairspray on the area and making it quite hard and quite sticky, the mascara brush gets rid of the flyaways but keeps it nice and combed down. So you don't get like a big thick coat of hairspray. You just get the hairspray brushed through the hair. And it just gets rid of those flyaways. And you can put as much, you can keep going with this. If it's not done the job for the first time, pop some more hairspray on it and go over it again. And it really, really does the trick. So that's one of my top tips. So if anybody's got any of these lying around or an old one that they can clean, use one of these. And on the flip side of that, actually, if anybody's struggling with roots during lockdown, if you've got a mascara brush and a mascara that's similar to your hair colour, you can use that just to cover your roots. Or, on the talk of makeup, just use your eyeshadow. So most of us will have a darker eyeshadow similar to our hair colour or an eyebrow colour, and you can just use this to top up your roots. So it's nice and easy and it's not going to affect your hair colour, and your hairdresser's not going to be moaning at you for using a box dye. So there's some top tips right there for you. So we've got a few minutes, I think. We've got another 10 minutes. So let me see if I can quickly whip something up with this one. I've not really done her hair for a little while. I don't really know what state it's in, but it looks quite curly. Let's see if we can do something. So that other updo only took, what, 10 minutes? It didn't take long at all. I know I'm trained to do it and I know that I do it all the time, but actually, guys, once you start and once you figure it out, it's really not very difficult. And actually, what I would say is try and stay away from mirrors, because when you're doing your hair in the mirror, you're back to front and you can kind of get yourself a little bit confused, really. In the paddling pool, loving life. So let me bring this down to this one. Oh, said poor connection for a second there. We're back on, we're good. So I'm just going to take the front sides away, just so they're out of the way for a minute. And we're going to do something with the back. So something else that girls used to do, and sometimes they would use their headscarf to be able to do this. Like I say, haven't got a headscarf to hand today, so I'm not going to use a headscarf at all. But what they would do is use something to wrap the hair around to bring it up, and then their scarf would sit at the top here. So I guess if I show you with this, it's not quite the same, but what you would generally do, this is my dressing gown rope, so what they would do is use that, wrap it around, and then tie it up at the top here. Does that make sense? I can do it without the dressing gown rope though, so I'm going to do it without it. But if you can't, if you just have your scarf and then wrap your hair around it at the bottom, and then you wrap it right up and then you pull it to the top here and you tie it in a bow. I'm going to do it without the rope though, because we don't need it. I'm going to show you how to do a horizontal roll, an easy horizontal roll. Not how I would do it for a wedding, because I would put a little bit more time, care and effort into it. But I'm going to show you how you can do it. So, part it into 3 sections. 1, 2, 3. And you're going to comb it down, and then using the same technique as I showed you earlier with your fingers, you're going to roll it back up on itself. So, if I turn her around slightly, using your fingers, you're going to roll the hair up. So you get that nice horizontal. So you've got your first bit of your roll there. Okay. Then we're going to get our side section. And where that one just went straight up, this one's going to go at a bit more of an angle, because we want it to tie through so it looks like it's in a nice horizontal shape. Okay, so we're just going to bring it in on the side a little bit. Cup it with your hand and use your pins just to pin through that kind of hole that you've made there, like a tunnel. Use as many or as few pins as you need just to hold it in place. And this is a really classy 1940s look actually. It's another favourite of mine. I love them all, to be fair. There's not any I don't like. And the techniques they used were so easy. You know, I'm sure they didn't have things readily available like we've got now. We're incredibly lucky. There's lots we can use with hair now. And there's lots of things, you know, that we still do that they did. Ragging hair was definitely something they did a lot of. And I know it's something a lot of us have done or can still do or will do. So just cup it and pin into place. So you've got yourself a nice roll. I'll show you the back here. So she's got a nice roll coming in. The sides are a little bit saggy, so what we're going to do is just pull them up slightly and pin them into place a little bit more. And then what we need to do is, because we've not used the sides yet, we need to bring these in. So we just pull them backwards. And then what I would generally do is use that little curl there and just pin it on top. And if you've got a few pins on show, this will just cover them as well. If behind this side. And we're just going to pull that side in too. I hope you're all having an amazing day today. I've seen all the beautiful pictures of other streets with their bunting up and people having barbecues and some street parties, which is so nice. There's lots going on. It's such a lovely day out there. There we go. Really easy. Just a nice vertical roll, one that you guys should be able to do at home relatively easy. You only need pins and a brush. I've not made it too technical. I've made it as easy as I can for you. A nice 1940s do there. Right, so I'm going to leave the hair for a minute. Just check back in, talk for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to leave you all to it. So this is me, Charlie Darlow Hair and Bridal. Like I say in the comments, I will pop my website there, my Facebook and my Instagram, so you can all check out my pictures. I could have brought my book in and I could have showed you so many pictures, but actually you've all got your own styles and you don't want to sit watching me flick through pictures, and they're already online, so you can do that all yourselves. If anybody's got any questions, then feel free to pop them in the comments, or if anybody needs to get hold of me, you can drop me an email or anything like that, and I'm available. Hopefully we'll see you all very soon. I want to thank Stephanie for doing such an awesome job with this virtual wedding fair. It's so much fun, and although it's not the same being able to talk to you face to face, actually I really like it this way as well, because you get to see us in our own habitats, where we live, what we're doing. And if you hear the kids outside, you heard the kids outside. If you didn't, you didn't. It doesn't really matter. It's quite relaxed, and I think, you know, we've all come together just that little bit more, which is really, really nice. So I hope I do see you soon. I also hope that, you know, life doesn't go back to normal, actually, because I know myself, like many businesses, you're always so busy running a business and busy kind of dipping in, dipping out, doing what you need to do, doing your admin, that actually this slower pace of life that I've been living the past 6 weeks have been amazing. And it kind of brings home to me, and I'm sure it's brought home to most of you out there, how important certain things are. And I know that I will be spending a lot more time with my family from now on, and probably cutting down my opening hours. And if you'd have said that to me 7 weeks ago, I'd have said no way, and I'd have been in panic mode. Whereas now I'm like, actually, the future's looking bright, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all very, very soon. And I hope you're all safe and well, and I hope you're enjoying planning your weddings. All of us suppliers, it's really nice, actually. We all work together so closely sometimes, and I think, you know, there's a good group on here and out there. I think all of us wedding suppliers are in the same boat. We've all come together, and hopefully we're supporting you brides and grooms and whoever as much as we possibly can, and we'll see you soon. So I'm going to leave it there. And I know that there's some fab people coming up. I'm personally looking forward to seeing Ricky do his magic later. I love a bit of magic. It always amazes me. And hopefully whoever else is going on this weekend will be just as fun. And I hope you all get whatever you need from this. So take care. Have an awesome weekend. Enjoy VE Day. And we'll see you soon.